In this video, I'm going to show you how to become a cryptocurrency millionaire. This is going to be our step-by-step guide, our secret formula, and our master strategy that we're going to use throughout this course. Now, before we do get started, I want you to know that results are never guaranteed. There are simply too many factors that go into making millions of dollars with crypto. That being said, I truly believe that this strategy can work for anyone. It has helped me make hundreds of thousands of dollars in just a few short weeks, starting with no experience, no mentorship, and only a few $1,000s to invest. Before I reveal our secret strategy, I think it's important for you to understand what strategies we will not be using in this course. First, we will not be actively trading. Statistically, 70% of traders lose money, and trading on margin can be extremely dangerous. Number two, we are not trying to time the market. Trying to time the market is virtually impossible, and even if you have the best technical analysis, anything can happen in crypto. We are not dollar cost averaging. While this strategy may work for some in the long run, with a little education and awareness, there are a lot better ways to get even better results. And we are never risking more than we can afford to lose. Money management is critical to your success in cryptocurrency, so make sure you are only risking money that you are willing to lose. So what are we doing then? What is our secret strategy? Our secret strategy is something I would like to call becoming a crypto venture capitalist. A venture capitalist is someone who is an early investor in exchange for equity in the new project. This is how the richest investors in the world, like Mark Cuban, Kevin O'Leary, and John Doerr, make a lot of their money. With cryptocurrency, we can become venture capitalists and angel investors without needing to be an accredited investor. Our goal is to become investors in new projects and ICOs, showing high signs of growth potential. Here's how you can get started. Step one is that you simply have to be one of the first to invest in new cryptocurrency projects. This is called a pre-sale or ICO. ICO stands for Initial Coin Offering. And in this course, I'm going to show you how to participate in these pre-sales in ICOs, with our main objective being to participate in as many of these quality ICOs and pre-sales as possible. Now, why would we want to actually participate in a pre-sale or ICO to begin with? Why wouldn't we just want to buy cryptocurrencies that are already on the market? This is because of the risk-reward ratio. For most pre-sales and ICOs, you're going to be paying a lower price point than when the token or coin launches on the public market. How do we actually get to participate? This brings us to step number two, joining incubators and launch pads. An incubator or launch pad is a crowdfunding platform that helps new projects raise money and come to life. One of the most famous crowdfunding platforms that was ever created is called Kickstarter. If you had an idea for a product or a service, you could create a Kickstarter page and then start raising funding for your project. This exact same idea is being applied with cryptocurrency. Here are some of the best, most trusted incubators on the market today: DuckDAO, DuckStarter, PolkaStarter, Ferrum Network, BSC Pad, Paid Networks Ignition, TrustSwap, and many more. Each one of these incubators functions a bit differently, and there are a lot of fine details which I will discuss further in this course. Let me now share with you the pros and cons of working with these incubators and holding their tokens. One of the pros is that some of these incubators and launch pads actually guarantee you an allocation to participate in future ICOs. Pre-sales and ICOs are becoming more competitive than ever before. By having a guaranteed allocation, you don't have to worry about whether or not you'll be able to participate in these ICOs or pre-sales. You will have a guaranteed spot. Another pro is their trustworthiness and the quality of the projects that they're incubating. I've watched tokens go from 2 cents to over $3 in a matter of seconds. And one of the only ways to get into these pre-sales is if you were to have gone through one of these incubators. Another pro is that they are organized. They've actually done a lot of research for you for these new projects, and they've organized everything so it's easy for you to make a decision on whether or not you want to be an investor. Some of the most successful incubators and launch pads have a very strong community. This brings attention and hype to new projects, which can definitely lead to these new projects doing well. Marketing is one of the key factors for a project doing well after its ICO. Now, here are some of the cons to joining an incubator or launchpad. One con is that they can be expensive to join. Some of the top tiers could actually cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to join. A second con is that some of them don't guarantee you an allocation. This means that even if you hold their tokens and you're a part of the community, you may not be able to participate in every single ICO. Another con is that there is a lot of learning. There are so many new launchpads coming on the market, and it's really hard to choose which one is going to be a good fit for you. Another con is that there may be fees associated with participating in the launchpad ICOs and pre-sales. Now, for the most part, these fees are minimal, but when it comes to doing these transactions, this could be something that costs you money. Another con is that some of these do have capped allocations. Most projects only let you do a fixed amount, and some can be rather small allocations from just a few dollars to only a few $100s. So now let me talk to you about guaranteed allocations versus not guaranteed allocations. This is the main differentiator between these incubators and launchpads. Let me share with you an example. BSCPad guarantees allocations to its token holders. This means that you are guaranteed an allotted amount of money, most of the time in USD, for which you are able to participate in the presale or ICO. Simply holding or staking your BSCPad tokens in your wallet will allow you to participate. When the time comes, it will be revealed to you how many tokens you're able to buy and for what total price. This makes everything very clear, simple, and fair for everyone, and it also allows you to get some really cheap tokens. Personally, I really appreciate a guaranteed allocation because it takes all of the guesswork out of everything, and I know that I have a spot to participate in future ICOs. Now, there are other platforms that do not guarantee allocations. This means that even if you hold their tokens, you're not guaranteed to be able to participate in every ICO and presale. Let me share with you an example. One of the most popular incubators today is called Polkastarter. Polkastarter incubates new projects coming to the Polkadot network. In order to participate in these pre-sales, you need to hold a minimum of 3,000 POLS tokens or provide liquidity to their liquidity pool. You then have to go through a whitelisting process for each individual project. If you are one of the lucky ones to get whitelisted, you will then be able to participate in a first come, first served pool. This pool will open at a designated time. You will then swap your cryptocurrency to receive your tokens depending upon the ICO's rules. Now, while incubators and launchpads are a great way to join ICOs and pre-sales, they're not the only way. This brings us to step number 3, and that's joining private and public pre-sales. These will require more research, and often you will need a connection to the project itself. To participate in a private or public pre-sale, you'll often have to join the project's Twitter and Telegram groups in its very early stages. They will then most likely have you fill out a whitelisting form, and once you've been whitelisted, you'll be able to participate by sending funds to a secret address. Now, these public and private pre-sales are a bit riskier because there's no third party like an incubator acting as a middleman. That being said though, if you can get into a private or seed round for a project, these can be some of the most lucrative offers because they give you the absolute best prices. Now, what if you're a total beginner and you don't have a lot of money to get started? You don't want to invest in one of these launch pads, it's too expensive for you, and you also don't want to try to get into these public or private pre-sales because it just seems too risky. This brings us to our last step in our guide to becoming a cryptocurrency millionaire, and that is finding fair launches and public listings. Now, a fair launch is exactly what it sounds like. It's fair. This is when a project does not do an ICO or a pre-sale. They simply set a countdown timer, add liquidity, and launch their token to the public in a first come, first served manner. The benefits to doing this is that they can create and launch a token without going through the hassle of a pre-sale. And the benefits to you as an investor is that you have an equal chance to everyone else getting in early as soon as the token comes on the public market. These fair launches are how I got started with my cryptocurrency journey and have actually made me hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now let's talk about public listings. A public listing is when a cryptocurrency did do an ICO or pre-sale, but then it gets listed to the public. So just in case you didn't get into the pre-sale or ICO, you can still buy the token right away as soon as it launches to the public. This is called coin or token sniping, and if you get in before anyone else, it can bring life-changing money. Fair warning though, I do not recommend token sniping for beginners. Many times these new projects, especially the really good ones, launch and bots buy the coins almost instantly. And if these bots end up buying a majority of the cryptocurrency coins, this would lead to you buying at a much higher price point than the overall value of the token or coin. So to recap, Our $1 million strategy is simply to get into as many quality ICO and pre-sales as possible, or to be one of the first to buy new tokens as soon as they hit the market. But how do we actually become a millionaire? Is this really possible? Let me share with you a few examples. In early 2021, a new project called Superfarm did a public and private pre-sale on Polkastarter. If you were one of the lucky ones to get whitelisted, you could have contributed 0.25 Ethereum in exchange for 19,968 super tokens. At the time, 0.25 Ethereum was worth around $500. Valuing each Superfarm token at 2.5 cents. When Superfarm launched to the public, it went from 2.5 cents to more than $2 in less than a minute. That's more than 100 times your money almost instantly. Your $500 investment would have been worth more than $40,000. Today, the Superfarm token has been increasing in value and is currently more than $3 a token. That means your $500 investment would now be worth $60,000 in just a few short weeks. And we have no idea how well this token could do in the future. If the Superfarm token ever reached $50 or more, your $500 investment would have made you a millionaire. Let me share with you another example. Chain Games, which is a new online gaming betting platform, launched on the TrustSwap launchpad at 1 cent. A few months later, it hit its all-time high of more than $1. If you had invested another $500, it would have been worth more than $50,000. Now look, not every pre-sale does 100 times your money, but a lot of them do very well for their investors, and the risk is much lower when you're one of the first to invest in these new projects. Remember, nothing is guaranteed, but all it takes is for you to invest in a few of these pre-sales to become a cryptocurrency millionaire. And with new tokens and pre-sales coming online every single day, there is an abundance of opportunity. Now, this opportunity will not last forever, and it is getting more competitive than ever before. So there you have it. There is our cryptocurrency millionaire formula step-by-step guide. And as a very last bonus, it's always important to take profits. Nothing actually becomes profitable until you click that sell button. Personally, for myself, I will take altcoin profits and put them into a HODL portfolio of multiple blue chip cryptocurrencies. I do this because I truly believe in the long-term growth of these projects, and it's a way for me to take some risk off the table. Again, this is not financial advice. I am just sharing with you the process in which I take profits. Now, throughout the rest of the course, you will see me doing a combination of all of these different strategies and steps. Each one of these has made me hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, and even hundreds of thousands of dollars. And these profits are now growing into millions right before my eyes. Thanks again for watching this video. There is still so much to learn, and I can't wait to teach you more throughout the rest of our course. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in our next video.